Welcome to Popcorn Study Club, a weekly movie discussion pod where we discuss movies from a fan and filmmaker perspective. My name is Francesca.
I'm Lisette.
And I'm Taylor.
And welcome to our show. I picked the movie this time, but also it's kind of the only movie you're going to watch during Valentine's Day weekend, whenever you guys are watching or listening to this. But, we watch this Valentine's Day weekend. It's hot. It's sexy. It has two of the biggest movie stars in the world right now. It's kind of a no-brainer, IMO. Lots of good other stuff out there, but, this was at the top of my list to watch.
I'm trying to think if it was at the top of my list to watch. I'm going to be honest, it wasn't. Not because of any other reason other than, I know the story and I'm like, do I want to be pissed off today? Do I want to leave crying? Do I want to be annoyed? We'll find out if I did, though.
But none of us have read the book, right? We only know so much. We only had so much information about the movie from whatever. I watched the 2011 version directed by Andrea Arnold, which is a totally opposite version of this version by Emerald Fennell. But even then, I watched it before COVID, so that whole world and any memory of that does not exist in my brain. But from what I gather, it's a very book accurate physical casting of the characters, which is not the case for this movie at all.
No, definitely.
Yeah, definitely not. It just seems like it's a very complicated book too. There's so many adaptations, but it just seems like no one's happy with any specific one. Whereas Pride and Prejudice has a ton of good. All of them are good.
All of them are fantastic. Hands down. But Mr. Darcy's so likable. And Elizabeth Bennet, who doesn't want to be an Elizabeth Bennet? We all should be an Elizabeth Bennet.
I haven't seen it.
Of course.
Sorry, I should watch that. I should watch Action before.
We know what, we should watch it together. I want to watch you watch it.
Sweet. I know, it's already getting hot and heavy in here. So, I guess now to really start this discussion of Wuthering Heights, if you haven't watched it, if you have no interest in watching it, or if you have watched it, just a recap of it. Wuthering Heights is writer-director Emerald Fennell's adaptation. I do this in quotes because the movie poster is also in quotes, but also, as Taylor said, it's only an adaptation of the first part of the book, and I feel like a lot of the other movies have all been just adaptations of the first part. Wuthering Heights is writer-director Emerald Fennell's adaptation of the classic novel by Emily Bronte about an extremely and generationally tortured relationship between two characters, Catherine Earnshaw, played by Margot Robbie, and Heathcliff, played by Jacob Elordi. As a child growing up in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, is there a British word for the word bumfuck? If you are British, let us know.
Bumfuck.
Exactly, just with an accent. So I guess literally they are in the moorlands, which is why it's so withering up there. There's barren and hilly and misty all the time.
So it'd be bumfucks.
You need to whisper it menacingly. Kathy's drunk, abusive father takes in a boy named Heathcliff at their property called Wuthering Heights. He works as a servant, but he and Kathy grow up together in this very isolated, violent home. After a brief sexual awakening, Kathy realizes that she loves Heathcliff, but she marries the rich new neighbor, Mr. Linton, to leave Wuthering Heights. Spurned by this rejection, Heathcliff leaves but returns a few years later with money, status, and so much hate and disdain in his heart. Kathy starts an affair with him, though, while pregnant with Linton's baby. But after being rejected again, Heathcliff manipulates Linton's ward, Isabella, into marrying him, tying them all together in this sick, twisted world. Kathy gets sick because her toxic situationship married her niece, and she dies because of major miscommunication, and mainly sabotaged by Kathy's longtime companion, Nellie. None of us have read the story before watching the movie, but what did we think of the movie?
First, I need to know if Emerald Fennell is her birth name or if it's a creative name. Because I've never, it's such a, look at that.
I feel like that's her real name because I think
Gem Salad. And that's her alter ego.
Emerald Lily Fennell.
Lily too. She's got like all the veggies and plants in her name.
And it's Lily with 2 L's. Does that signify anything?
Ow.
What did I think of the movie? There's a lot of things I loved creatively. Cinematography, the directing, the soundtrack. Even though I almost like the soundtrack on its own, but not paired with the movie. I felt like it competed a bit. The set design. But unfortunately, I thought it was really hard for me to get past the cast looking so much older than they need to. And I just didn't buy their chemistry at all. Sorry.
Same, agreed. It's like you have such beautiful, talented people, but
Yeah.
like I think Jacob was better in this than Margot was. Like I agreed with all of them. Like I think Emerald Fennell, because she's already worked with Jacob Elordi, like I think she's just more interested in like directing that like him and his character.
Her muse.
Exactly. Like
What else did she direct?
Saltburn.
Oh, is that the other movie she did?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know. I seen Sober.
Have you?
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
directed it.
And she directed it.
Saltburn's so different though from this film, or at least like I felt like directing pace though, and the style doesn't like I wouldn't have thought it was the same director.
Oh, I feel like it's total like you could put them next to each other and you could see the similarities.
I just felt like this one, like I think you had made, or we talked about it briefly off camera, but you had mentioned that it was like a music video, right? Somebody mentioned that.
Yeah, no, I think like have you seen Promising Young Woman? That's her.
No.
I do love Promising Young Woman.
So I love
Wait, have I seen Promising Young Woman?
Carrie Mulligan.
When she's like shooting, she's avenging her friend.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that movie.
I really like Promising Young Woman. I loved Saltburn. I went to the premiere. Jacob Elordi was literally from me to the camera. He was there, and I was like, "Oh my god, you are so attractive." But I had the time of my life. Had a hoot and a holler watching Saltburn. But yeah, I think with all of the like just like conversation around Wuthering Heights, I was like prepared to, or maybe I was like primed to like not like it as much because I knew it was so like inaccurate. But I mean, I like gave it a fair shot. Like I watched it, and I agree a lot with you, Taylor. Like I did not buy their chemistry as much, but also, yeah, these actors are so much older. Like even Jacob Elordi is like so much older than like the characters they needed to be playing. And so like you couldn't like buy that like sort of like youthful, like that turn of like loss of innocence or like the corruption of their like feelings for each other as much, because you just kind of see just grown people like kind of acting immaturely then in a sense.
It's like very Arrested Development.
Yeah, you're just like, why are you guys talking and acting like this?
Hmm.
I was like, go be together somewhere else and leave us alone.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe. I was like, fine, fuck, leave.
In the beginning, I was like, okay, cool. Where is this going? I actually liked the second half way more. The first half, I was kind of like, what is this? I think same thing, chemistry. I couldn't buy it. I was like, this doesn't feel real. Like, I can't buy that they actually really love each other. And then I told my sister and Natalie that because I watched Heat of Rivalry, I was like, that's yearning. Like, I want, like, I
Yeah.
building for them to get
Yeah.
together. Or even if they're not, like, the toxicity of, like, them not being together. I was like, I don't see this. All of a sudden, it's a montage of them fucking. Cool. Like,
And
oh.
you didn't even notice the wall lick.
Nope, I didn't. I might have gone to the bathroom. No. I didn't. I went to the bathroom once. And if I go to the bathroom, that means I'm not that much into it. And I noticed too that if I make more commentary, which I was talking to Natalie, I was like, I wasn't a fan of the soundtrack. There were some songs that were cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Some songs I was like,
It competed with it.
yeah.
It did.
And so I was like telling Natalie things. I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And that's when I don't like a movie. I'm out of it. If I'm making commentary, it's because I'm out.
Did you feel like you were gonna die in that house as you're watching? Were you like just bored?
Yeah. But the production design was great.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, this looks cool. But it was so annoying because any of the exterior shots, I hated them. I was like, this looks
Dude, the exterior shots reminded me of James of the Giant Peach. And that's not a dig towards James and the Giant Peach. It's a dig towards Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Pretty Things kind of had that vibe too.
Poor things.
Poor things, pretty things. I didn't like that either.
I'm just like, shoot there, you're right there. But then
I know.
But I was like, okay, well, this is not feeling like, because there's like this weird, everybody's talked about it, where it's like there's almost this like filter on, almost like they call it like the Netflix filter. If it's like too pretty, it's almost like special effects, but it's not, but because they built the sets, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was feeling. And then I was like, this feels like I'm watching Frankenstein. Now I'm seeing Frankenstein, this thing.
Well, I saw Frankenstein
So
plenty.
cool shot of it. And you had brought up the, that he was shooting them at the same time. Fun fact.
Fun fact, pop quiz. Yes, Jacob Elordi. I thought he was bringing a lot of Nate Jacobs, I think his name is his Euphoria character, to the character, but also like he kind of like possesses himself like the creature of Frankenstein, which he was filming at the same time. Like he's mentioned in interviews, he's like he would go between sets or something, or maybe he went from, I don't know if it was like concurrently. That would be a little extreme and crazy, but he went literally from one to the next, and he was like, he wasn't speaking some days, and it was like, oh wait, I forgot, I'm a character that talks a lot, or has just more characteristics.
Crazy.
So is it a wig in both?
Or
where-
that is natural locks.
Long hair in both. I think he's hotter with the long hair and the beard.
I just thought of like getting tangled in my hands and I don't like it.
You don't like to run your hands? I love that. But I guess like to go back to the whole like Emerald Fennell thing, like the thing that like I could kind of sense, and like I think like her whole thing is just harnessing a lot of like rage and like anger, just mean people. They're just like so mean, and I think I will give credit to like, even though I haven't read the book, like I get the impression that this is like how mean and evil they are to each other in the book. I guess even credit to, while it's not like the good like romantic chemistry, like I couldn't buy the romantic chemistry because it felt so much like after the time jump that they actually did feel like people who grew up together and like brother and sister, kind of, in a sense. Like they were just like, she's like throwing things at him to wake him up, and he's like
Putting eggs in her bed, which icky.
gross.
So icky when they would show the close up of him. Like,
That was too some of the like things that were like over sexualized, which I get. Like, oh, it's this movie about like yearning and romance.
but not like fun, but not
Okay.
fun sexualized. It's like
Him holding the eggs, and I was like,
ick.
cool. And then like the mushroom book, like pop, and then all the pop design. I was like, all right, cool, I get it.
It's like overly phallic, where it reminded me of Superbad when he's like showing all the dick shaped things he drew, which is like silly.
Yeah.
It was so gimmicky.
But I think that's also a thing she does, what like with Saltburn, with like the whole bathtub thing and like the eggs. Like you can like, she's very like sensuous. I don't remember really too much of anything like that in
The bath.
Promising Young Woman,
like-
but I saw someone was like, she wasted the whole like grave fucking thing in Saltburn, where like he could have done it in this movie as well when she dies. And it's like, he's like, don't leave me, or like stay or whatever. It's like he could have been like, if she did the whole book, you could have had him
I think
fucking a grave also.
I think it would have been different though to have a man fucking a woman's grave.
That's
True. My favorite thing was the costumes. Obviously, I want to wear one of those dresses and run around the moors.
Oh yeah,
So badly.
I loved her wedding dress. Just
Wedding dress.
and when she's just like walking like across the land, and it's just like draping around and all of that.
Just all the red in the movie was like just really pretty and rich, and all the like landscape shots were nice.
any of the ones that looked like they were on location.
Yeah,
I agree.
like
It was like, oh, the scene where she goes out and she's like all hot and bothered, and she goes like masturbates by the
Oh yeah,
that looks great
yeah,
because they're actually there.
yeah.
That actually looks really good.
and that was a good sexual scene.
yes,
Yeah.
that what I like.
I was like, okay, like I'm in for something like a Galentine's movie.
To me, the hottest scene was when he's like covering her eyes and mouth in the barn when she's, but like those two side characters had the sexiest scene. They had the best chemistry, sexual chemistry out of everyone there.
And the saddest
Yeah. But but then like all the like when they're actually like the montage of them like hooking up and having their affair, I'm like, sure, you guys are having sex, but it like wasn't sexy. Really, like it, like because now we've seen heated rivalry, and now we've seen like
I was laughing,
yeah,
but not like giggly.
Yeah, that's what it's like. I literally said the same thing to my sister. I was like, it wasn't like there's been a few movies or shows like I can count like 2 in the last 10 years that I like giggle because I'm like I want to see them get together or whatever. Once
you're like
actually
really rude though, like kicking your feet, just being like
Yeah.
"Yee."
Yeah. And this one I was like, okay. I was like kicking my feet board.
yeah.
and swinging them.
Mhm. And then the other thing, well, I guess fun fact is that when I saw the movie with Natalie, there's like somebody had brought in kids.
Oh my god!
Or like how old? How old?
They were probably like, I don't know, we didn't see them, but at the end of the movie, it's like a very dramatic scene.
Yeah,
We could hear that one of the kids was on an iPad and you could hear like Bluey. So like the ending we haven't talked about yet, obviously, but it's a little emotional. I started feeling a little bit and all of a sudden you hear and we're like, what the fuck?
Dude, they were playing Bluey in the theater. Honestly, probably more entertaining. The show, they get you. Yeah.
And Bluey's pretty, it's good. Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't judge because my parents took me to see 40-Year-Old Virgin, but they didn't know. This was like,
But you watched the movie, right?
yeah.
It's not like you were like,
No, I watched it, but like taking a 10-year-old to see 40-Year-Old Virgin's insane.
Yeah.
They didn't realize how graphic it was going to be.
right. I mean, my favorite movie was when I was 5, it was Titanic, and I took that to kindergarten.
That was your favorite movie at 5 years. I feel like we
Yeah.
have to unpack that.
I loved that movie. I don't know why I loved it, and I took it, and then
so I feel like everyone loves
show this.
Titanic.
No, I don't like it.
Oh, interesting.
I don't like Titanic.
Conversation for another day. Let's talk about the casting of it. We've already kind of touched on it already, but like I read that Margot Robbie was only supposed to executive produce this movie, but she read the script and she was like, "Can I be Kathy?" And that's kind of like, I'm all for like swinging your dick and being like, "I want to be in this," but I'm like, "Girl, you are not the right person for this." She's 35 years old, a beautiful 35-year-old, talented, powerful woman who should not be playing a 22-year-old, a 22-year-old who's never seen people have sex. Because that scene in the barn, that's supposed to be a young woman seeing people be like intimate. She lives in the middle of nowhere with like her dad, and like she doesn't have, you know, she's not exposed to any of this. She just has like childlike wonder about like, oh, there's this new rich man next door, like blah blah blah. Like, does she even know like what that would mean to be married though?
Yeah.
So, you know, she's definitely miscast in just like stylistically like that.
She looked too old.
She's
gorgeous.
It's
Yeah.
better in the end, like second, like latter part, like as like more time passes by and like
Yeah.
all of that. But
Because they try to make her look young, and it just, I don't
But
buy it.
I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I was so proud of myself though that the 2 people I said that should be in this movie, people were posting that they should have been in this movie.
okay,
Yeah.
Taylor, who do you think you walked out? Yeah, and you were like,
I wish this was made because it's not about age necessarily. Margot Robbie just looks too much her age. I think if this movie was made 5 years ago, Amanda Seyfried could have played it easy. And then the other character, Elle Fanning.
with brown hair, both of them, because in the book she has brown hair.
Oh, really?
Doesn't matter to you?
Doesn't matter. Like they gave a shit. Heathcliff's white.
I know. Which we can get to after that.
For
But
the whitey version, I would say. But but Amanda Seyfried just has that youthful,
Yeah.
like, because we just saw
Testament of Anne Lee.
and that took her whole white, and I'm like, yeah, she looks like a young woman there. And then as she's like withering away as she gets older, and she's like not eating, and like she looked older. It just, I don't know if that was because of makeup,
Yeah.
but she just has like I think a fuller face that makes her look younger.
Yeah. Honestly, who's that other actress that they say she looks like a lot too? The one that's in Sex Education?
Oh yeah, Emma Mackey.
She could have played the younger version.
And she has brown hair.
Yeah, and it would have, that I feel like would have fit better too. Even though they look so similar, she just looks younger. And I feel like that I could have bought that a little bit more and then transition to Margot Robbie playing the second half. But yeah, I think it's just like if her watching sex for the first time, like it doesn't make sense.
I'm like, you know what sex looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like it's like, what is it, iPhone face, but like sex face.
Right.
Like, you know that.
Right.
You know what that looks like. You also had thoughts about
You can tell someone's a virgin.
yeah.
That's what it's called, iPhone
No.
face?
No.
iPhone
face.
face.
Comparison.
Do you know what iPhone face is?
No, what is that?
So it's like someone online, they were just like, whenever they're like, I can't watch historical movies with these. Like Keira Knightley has like a good period movie face. Like
Yeah.
she,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, like Pride and Prejudice, like all of that. Like she's Atonement. She can
Olivia Colman.
but like
looks like
but some people modern face, like they have a very modern face. Like and you know that person knows what an iPhone looks like. Oh, I've never heard that before. You had thoughts on young Kathy.
Yeah.
The hair also just didn't match. I was like, at least match the hair if you're gonna do a young actor. She's okay. She's okay. We're not with the kids too long, actually, but you know.
The little girl was cute.
She was cute. She had a lot of.
I thought she was annoying though. I'm just like, oh God, I wouldn't want to
Kathy
be your
is
friend.
annoying.
Right. And it's like, I wouldn't want to be your friend either. If I was Heathcliff, I'd be like, oh, like, I've got a new pet. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah. Like, ugh, you're annoying. Go away. Go play with Nellie.
I do think the annoyingness of Kathy, like, yeah, for both of them. Which again, yeah, I'm like, if anything, I feel like you can really get a sense of how annoying and like later evil and like nasty they are to each other just from like how their characters. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so. And then Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff. In the time that Emily Bronte wrote this book, she uses words to describe Heathcliff a very specific way that a lot of movie adaptations have not been faithful to. This is also not faithful to that. The Andrea Arnold one is the one that's probably the closest to it and most faithful to it. But
to be honest, I feel like would give so much more to the story. Like why she wouldn't choose this person. Because if he's like, yeah, this attractive like white man, what's the big deal if like maybe he doesn't have money?
yeah, it's always just
I get the money. Yeah, and I get the class thing, but it's not. But if he was like a person of color, it would make it even more
Added layer.
Yeah.
I do think though, and this is like probably my hottest take, and I do agree. Like I've seen some people online, like people of all different types of backgrounds, like talking about this like topic that it is like the way, and it like goes back to the way like that how Emerald has been like has directed this, written this character, and it's like maybe it isn't bad faith, but just like I mean, even the language like using like calling Heathcliff her pet, like that would have been crazy. Like it would have felt even if it was like a person of color to like be like this person's your pet now. Like this is Heathcliff. This is now like your pet, you know, because that's what the dad calls her. Or calls him when he brings him. And I know like some people are talking about like
That's a period piece.
yeah, it is. But
Do that.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Sorry, is that what you're saying?
no. Well, I haven't gotten to that part of the book,
Sorry.
but like I don't think he is referred to that. Like it's so very pointedly like pet. I don't know if they use that language in the book to like refer to this person as like this is now your plaything. Like you own this person. I mean like it would probably reflect more of that dynamic. Like I can see why it would actually be worse if it was an actual person of color, because you'd be like, here's a person of color, you're calling this person a pet, and like just the way like this whole project came to be, like it's so like again not
the focus.
not having read the book. Like I don't know if it would just be like, here let's make like yes this is a person of color, but now let's like really drive it home that this is like someone we are like denigrating and like disrespecting by like also them calling them a someone else's property basically, and like treating them like shit, and then like
But isn't that why it's like the forbidden love too? That whole aspect of like, oh, that he hates her because it's like that was like the ownership and that's like part of the
I think he resents her because he felt like she looked down on
the second half.
Right.
Once he finds out that.
But leading into that, I think he always doted on her, but just knew his place.
yeah, like he always knew, but like she was always kind of like, oh,
Pushing
Marty,
the boundaries because she didn't see him as like, yeah, like we can say pet, like, because that's how the dad introduced, but like she also saw him as like her best friend. I think it was like his insecurity more in the beginning.
Yeah.
And like that's probably what like builds this issue between the two of them. And so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to marry this guy because I need the stability."
I need to get out of this.
And she didn't know his feelings for her, but she would almost called it off. But then he left. I hate stories like that.
It makes me so sad. Just be happy together.
That's like Casablanca. You ever see it?
A long time ago.
I think the kid who plays the young version of Heathcliff is very good.
Best actor in the movie. I'm gonna say it.
I haven't seen Adolescence. I know he won the Emmy for it.
I really like them, but now seeing multiple movies back to back, that I'm like, they've been playing the same thing. Like, I really liked Margot Robbie, and I'm like, I just watched this other movie where you're kind of similar, and like this other movie where you're similar, and then same with Jacob Elordi, where I'm like, I'm not seeing much range. I'm not liking you more now.
Have you seen The Kissing Booth?
No.
He'll change your waves.
This is his first role.
This is his first role. Okay. His breakout role.
Going back to the
Heathcliff, like just the Heathcliff of it all. For me,
I think the way she wrote it,
yeah.
it would have been if they stayed true to the book of having him be a person of color, she would have had to change some of the tone and dialogue because I think it would have come across way more degrading and taken more attention on that than the like actual issues of the class and romance.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying which one's more important that they should have done.
Sure. Yeah.
But if that's the script, then I think it would have been like I would have been cringing at the way they unless that's what they exactly unless that's how they wanted us to feel, you know.
Also, but if it was different casting too, would have it made? Because like thinking of Margot Robbie saying my pet, or well, I guess they were kids, right? Then I think it, like when they're kids, that's when she says it. So for me, it kind of makes sense. Like she's not putting these like things together. That's not how you refer to people. So when you see it as kids, it's fine, but she doesn't say it when she's older. So that I feel like that aspect of it wouldn't have bothered me. So I think that's why I'm kind of like on the other end where I'm like, well, I don't think if he was like a person of color, would have been like,
True. Yeah, that's true.
I would have preferred though. I felt like the class difference would have made more sense. And the like,
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever gonna be able to be successful or whatever it is. Or
Now, should they have cast someone that's Romani or a person of color, or should they have dyed Jacob Elordi's skin? Should we put bronzer on him? No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No.
No, no, no.
That's bad joke. Bad joke.
Keep it.
No, keep it.
Keep it. But then, I mean, it also then brings it to the fact of like Linton and Nellie are people of color.
Linton?
Edgar.
Yeah. Yes?
Yes?
The husband?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
What?
I don't know.
I thought he was tan.
Yeah, I thought he was 10. Linton, what is he?
What is he?
He's Southeast Asian. He's like,
Really?
yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Like,
Are you serious?
I'm being serious.
Are you serious?
Say
I
it
don't
right.
really remember him that much, to be honest.
He's brown. He is brown.
But like, sorry, it's his ward, right? Not ward, whatever she is.
Shazad Latif.
That's his name.
Yes.
Let's see a picture.
This man.
This white man.
I think too because I'm being serious. I think too because that's not his sister in the film.
Well, okay, in the book that's supposed to be his sister, but in the movie they made it like his ward, which
What
like
does that mean?
I don't know, someone you also kind of like
Financially, like, take care of or something that comes from like status.
yeah, so like
I did
kind of like a bastard, I guess. Also, I don't know, in the world of Bridgerton, that's what she is in Sophie season 4. But I mean, like
Cancer.
I mean, yeah, he looks brown, but like I just thought that because I thought that other girl was his sister. She's white, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought
he is Pakistani, English, and Scottish.
yeah, obviously. I mean, sorry, let me go back. I feel like I did see that he wasn't like white, whatever, but I just assumed that he was because of the sister.
I just wasn't paying attention.
So crazy, you guys. That is actually so crazy to me.
Well, they like
I mean, they did.
they all dress. What do you guys think? Too like they all have that like, you know, mutton chops and like, look, I just didn't notice. I didn't notice. I was looking at her dress the whole time. My eyes were on her dresses.
I just noticed Nelly. Yeah, that's it.
The only color I saw were her dresses.
Was red. That was red. You're seeing red.
Okay, so what was your point about him?
Like that, like, oh, if the whole thing was that, like, oh, well, in the book, Heathcliff is a person of color and then everyone else is white, why would you then make Linton and Nellie people of color?
Well, I thought the Nelly thing was
Because, honestly, because Gem Rose Lettuce.
Yeah.
See that she just loves Jacob Elordi.
Yeah. No, I mean,
That's really it.
yeah, and she loves Alison Oliver. Like she works with both of them on Saltburn, and like I love Saltburn. I like both of them. I thought, they were
Alison Oliver?
Isabella.
The sister.
Yes, the ward.
Okay.
Who I love. She's Irish.
Oh.
Rough, rough, rough. Sorry, gotta bark in an Irish accent. I feel like they woof.
Woof.
Woof, woof. Wolf.
That man.
How would Chris say it? Wolf.
I don't know. I gotta ask him now.
Woof, woof, woof.
My mind's still blown. You guys didn't know this bad? This bad?
Honestly,
I wasn't paying attention.
I swear, like,
Lizette didn't know either. Literally thought he was a white man.
yeah. Not like fully white, but like part of the story.
You sure?
I swear, part of the story, I was like, I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, that's what it was.
that's what we're here for.
But Alison Oliver, my girl, I love her. Task, HBO, love.
Never seen it.
She's so good.
Biggest thing on casting, obviously we talked about it, but I didn't think we highlight the chemistry. Just wasn't. I just didn't buy it. I just didn't buy the chemistry. And it was funny because I said
the older woman you're into.
Yeah.
it's just so much promo for it too, where it was like, that's when we were fake. It was like fake. Where did you guys see that stuff of like, oh, I felt like I fell in love with him. Then Margot Robbie was saying that.
Oh yeah,
interview.
affair baiting.
I was like, this. Now I'm like, I watched it. I'm like, no, you didn't, liar.
Yeah.
That's some BS.
Yeah, no, I found myself so drawn to him in Australia. Bible Flyman. Drawn to him.
Overcompensating through promo, through the press tour, crazy.
That's when I know. I'm like, if you have to push it that hard, it's not there.
Yeah, and then even when she was like, I screened this for my closest friend, and they were friends, and they were all like feral and like panting and blah blah. And then like I was like waiting to see him, and I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I was like, I'm very attracted to Jacob Elordi, but I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, very quickly, Alison Oliver, love you, girl. Best part of the movie for me.
Shout out. You can bark at me anytime.
Yeah, she was great. I really liked her. I thought she was funny. She was doing good.
She's just so good. I would watch her in anything.
She's really great, like a physical actor too. Even just like in how she moved.
You're right, because when you said she was here, and
Yeah.
when you said she was in Saltburn,
She plays
the sister.
plays the sister.
Yeah.
So.
Because she's so different,
And I know she's blonde in that movie.
well, that makes sense because I'm face blind.
Oh, I know. Reveal.
Oh, no, and I just wouldn't have.
Do you just see blurry faces? What do you see when you look at me? Am I just a blurry face?
Now I've seen you enough. I recognize your face now. But it is. Have we talked about my face blindness?
No.
If the hair changes,
I didn't know that's a thing.
it's not like
It's not like
I'm not.
or it's not like like colorblind is
It's not
not
clinical.
Yeah.
It's a clinical.
It can be, yeah, but I'm not. Like I took a face test and everybody was scoring, let's say like a 8 out of 10, like 9 out of 10. I scored a 3 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not like too good at recognizing faces. And if the hair changes,
Game over.
Halsey, I don't know what she looks like. Her hair's always different. I swear, I like see videos. I'm like, who is this woman?
No, I could not pick Halsey out of a lineup if gun to my head.
But because she acts so different, that too, like the way people act and stuff is something I also pick up, like mannerisms and things, and that's how I recognize. That's why, I mean, Jacob Elordi's everywhere, so I recognize him, obviously. And same as Margot Robbie. But again, they were very similar. So her being that different wouldn't have connected it. She was so different in that role compared to the first role. Great acting.
Yeah, she's a great actress. The more I think about her, the more I'm like, I want to see her do more.
Task HBO, Mark Ruffalo.
You love Mark Ruffalo.
See, That was like such a weird sleeper hit that I was like, I'm gonna weirdly become like a hyper fan of this show.
Not that we need to keep putting white men in Heathcliff's part, but a young Mark Ruffalo, I would have been all over that too. I'm just saying.
I love
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about he's got like this boyish charm.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
just saying. But I'm not trying to whitewash the part. Can I add my point too about soundtrack?
Wait, are we done with casting?
Yeah,
Are we?
we've established that apparently I don't see color, so and neither does Lizette. That's terrible.
Or very inclusive.
Yeah, like stupidly inclusive. Like stupidly inclusive. I'm like,
I'm like,
it pissed me off that they didn't use Kate Bush.
Charlie had exclusive rights to making the music of this film.
All of it?
And guess what song is trending more now? Wuthering Heights.
The Kate Bush one.
I actually think I'm Gonna Die in This House was ruined by TikTok and social media.
That's why I don't
But
like
when I saw
TikTok.
the movie, I was like giggling because I thought of like all the videos people did.
Kind of want to talk about like romance as a genre for this movie. I know we were like kind of like talking about off camera about the romance, about this being not really romance. Romance or not, I guess we talked about the chemistry already.
Yeah.
We can kind of just breeze through this, I guess. Wasn't there. It's not a romance. Tragic as fuck. Evil. I guess we don't really need to talk about this then.
Well, I looked around
Nothing.
the theater because it was a girl party. It was a girls' night, right? At the theater, it was like, yeah, it was girl. No Bluey in sight. I don't know what did you go to a matinee? I don't know. Yeah, right.
There you go. There
So-
was like probably like 10 people in it.
But when the movie was over, I saw a lot of this.
I actually didn't.
And you know what? I was just like, yeah,
Like as in you felt it too, or you felt like that makes sense.
that's the ending they deserve. I don't feel sad for them.
Well, the last scene,
I was over it.
the last scene was the two kids, and I didn't care about the adults, but like
what?
seeing the last scene was them as kids, right?
Yeah.
When they're in the bed, and then he's like, I'll always love you, Kathy.
Oh,
I'll always love you, Kathy. And then like Kathy's like asleep, but then she's like smiles, and I was like,
yeah.
and I actually like started to get really, because I'm like, they're still they're like innocent still then, and like that's like when they're like still, you know, that's right after like her dad like beats the shit out of him, and like that's where he gets all the scars and all of that, and like she goes to comfort him and all of that, and I'm like, oh, there was just still so much like hope for them, and like so much innocence, hope for like a happy whatever, that like it made me sad that like it doesn't matter if they deserve to like have each other or not, but like that innocence made me sad. And like I was actually like tearing up because I was sad.
Yeah.
I was just so wonderfully annoyed by the end. I was just like, just die already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish he died too, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wish his character died too.
Mm.
Because I was just like over both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't he just go over to the house?
But like,
So
Linton, what a
stubborn.
man to be like, yeah, you can come in, and like he was very nurturing towards Heathcliff
That's true.
in that moment,
Yeah.
even though his wife was like,
Banging him.
Yeah.
I also felt, but it was because of the kids.
The kids.
Yeah.
really was just the kids.
And they
don't care about the adults at all.
And cinematically, or like some of the shots that I feel like were really good were the last half. So they did a really cool shot of like bird's eye view, which is on the top half, and then you kind of see like that she's like bleeding out basically. That shot was really cool, and then like that's a shot where he's kind of covering her, and then it cuts to them being kids, and then that's where I felt the emotions, and then the Bluey whatever was playing in the background. But like me and Natalie were like I was starting to feel it. And then I loved and it was so crazy because it was such a simple shot, but it was basically like, it's focused on Heathcliff being like, okay, are you awake, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like fake sleeping. And then rack focuses is basically, the focus goes from one to another. That's a rack focus. And it goes from him saying that to just literally just the corner of her lips smirking.
I know.
I was like, damn, that was so good. And it was so simple. And then I felt it. And then Bluey was playing. And then I was like, okay, well.
and then you start learning your colors.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that for me was more, it wasn't him crying sad whole
No.
part. It was when they were kids that made me feel I felt something, yeah.
I totally forgot that happened.
Yeah, you were like, you weren't sad. I'm like, you weren't sad that these kids.
stretching. I was
Yeah. Let's go now. When we have like heated rivalry and Bridgerton and like and now love story, just like yearning.
Yeah.
Like
But I do
genuine, like pure yearning, like pure intent.
I think we're in a period of time where a lot of people want, or they're producing a lot of feel good, happy ending romances. It seems common. So I wouldn't call this a romance. Or like a romantic tragedy.
Yeah. I would say though with those ones, it's because they're serious. It's a little bit easier to kind of show that. So, I'm curious if a movie can do that, like because it's such a shorter time to try to build that type of.
The Yearning?
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
Hands down. No, I mean like hands down. That movie paces Yearning so wonderfully, and it's done in a miniseries and in a 2-hour film.
Yeah.
So good.
Mm.
But I think maybe it's an easier source material to work off of. I don't know.
Wuthering Heights?
No.
Oh.
Pride and Prejudice.
I think
I think it's easier to it translates better.
it's also one generation, whereas like this Wuthering Heights is like 2 generations and like whole fucked up like family trees. Like every reel I was watching before this was like I'm reading Wuthering Heights and I have to keep flipping back to the family tree. I'm like, how complicated can it be? Everyone just
Wuthering Heights?
everyone just names all their kids after Catherine or like Linton a million times. And then they like marry each other. And I was like, okay, I guess I get it now. Why it's so complicated. I want to see I want to see an adaptation that does both parts of the book. Just to really like illustrate, because it's like, yeah, it's definitely not a romance in like the classic like romance genre, like happily ever after. There's none of that. Like, and that's like if you go in expecting that also, like that's like kind of on you. It's like it has never been a romance like that.
Isn't that considered like a gothic?
Yeah,
tragedy?
gothic. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Like,
Black eyeliner. And
yeah, they're just like, oh god, that's weird. All of that upside down crosses. Just like to see the full story adapted to like really kind of emphasize like why their like meanness and nastiness was like justified, or I don't know, like especially from Heathcliff, because I guess Kathy still dies. So okay, I guess briefly, this was like just one question I wanted to, because I saw people were kind of posting about it. I'm like, I feel like people are divided. We haven't read the book, but like watching it, I didn't think Nellie was the villain. But Taylor, you were like,
She's a villain.
she's a villain. Sure. Yeah.
She's a villain.
I thought she was protecting.
Wait, you like Nellie?
Yeah.
Are you a Nellie stan?
Yeah. I thought
Felt bad for Nellie.
Yes. Felt bad for how she was treated.
I think she was resentful.
Yeah.
And that's why she acted that way, though. I don't think she was acting on Catherine's best interest at heart. I think she was also being resentful. But which is why I don't like. But she was like she wasn't my most hated villain.
Yeah.
But I just think she was a complex character. She had her BFF, and then like this new cute plaything comes in, getting all the attention, and now she's just a lady in waiting, sitting in her little chair, knitting and stuff, watching her friend go out and have fun, all these adventures with this boy, and get forgotten. And I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Girl, come back here.
I was so actually, I was like, yeah, tell her to marry Linton and like, get out of this shithole house that they have, all that. But then later in the movie, when she's burning the letters from Heathcliff, I'm like, girl, can you just like let them communicate? Like, why are you actually like that part? I was like, okay, now I'm off the Nellie train. Just let her read the letters.
Well, you were all in on her.
I was all in, yeah. I was like, but you know what she was? Even when she was burning the letters, I was like, she's doing it because she feels like it's gonna end. Like they're just gonna get over it and like.
Did you not see how stubborn they were?
After how many letters? And
Yeah.
here's the thing too. She was so upset with her that she didn't even take her dying seriously.
Yeah. That part was what, but she like recognized it. She's like, oh fuck, I thought she was joking, because she did fuck around a lot.
Right, but but she was so resentful that I think it clouded her judgment. And that was the point where she's like, I think I have to leave.
We've talked about it a little bit, but the music, Charlie XCX, she basically was contracted to do a whole like concept album for Wuthering Heights, the book, and all of that, which I thought was kind of cool. I liked the music. I thought it fit the weird like music video, like perfume ad feel of the movie that I was getting. And I've listened to the soundtrack on its own a few times now, past few days. I don't know. I like the music. I thought it fit. I know you guys have other opinions.
It didn't fit for me.
It felt like it was competing with the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
But I like Charlie XCX.
There were some songs I did like. I was like, this is cool. Like the first intro song, I was like, cool, I like this, I like this. But then the same thing, just some of it, I was like, what is happening? What is going? This is taking me completely out of the film.
Have you guys listened to it like fully, like on its own?
Mm-mm.
I recommend it.
I'm sure it's great, but for the movie,
I hear it fits the themes of it a lot more than the movie itself. Of course.
Somebody did her homework.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else like technically about the movie? I will say, like, listening to the lyrics of it, it did remind me of an aspect I did like of the movie, which were like the windows. Every time you saw a window, it wasn't like a clear window you can like see through. Like it was all like kind of like wavy because like it's all hand blown or whatever. Like kind of foggy, kind of like wavy. You can't really like clearly see the other person on the other side of the window. And there's like one of the songs Charlie has on her album that like says like looking through the window, but something I don't know it exactly, but I thought that was like a good aspect to like when movies like use like windows and like going through like frame within a frame of things like that, because it is literally like a perspective shot. And I appreciated that at least like it like the houses back then didn't have like perfect clear windows and stuff like that, and it kind of did represent the weird like hazy like perspective people
like
had
such
of
a-
each other. I don't know.
Such a thoughtful perspective.
yeah.
Maybe giving it too much credit, but I don't know.
Or-
Yeah, cinematography. And now for our popcorn rating.
3 popcorns. Obviously, you know my rules. It told a story from beginning to end. It just didn't do more for me. But I would just kill for that wardrobe.
I gave it 3.5. I was gonna give it 3, but I think I was thinking, yeah, much more about the individual elements, and I thought like all of these individual elements were really good, like the costumes and like I guess Charlie herself just earns one by herself, or this whole her concept album was like really impressed me. And yeah, I don't like I'm rambling. I don't know. I think a lot of the individual elements of the movie, and then also just like my personal like things that I like. Like I like Alice and Oliver. I'm attracted to Jacob Elordi. I thought the costumes were great. I thought some things like, you know, the like the window stuff and like some like little things I thought were really thoughtful, but a lot of things were not. So kind of made its way to 3.5 popcorn kernels. Popped corns for me.
For me, simple, 3 popcorn. Because I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. So, good pieces, cinematography, production design, wardrobe was all great. I think story and direction for me just didn't quite hit the nail on the mark there.
Does Gem Rose Lettuce, if she had a movie, would you go see another one? Are you like
I probably would see it actually.
you like her style, you like her?
Because there's some directors that there's movies there isn't one director that I've seen like that I can think of that I've seen all their movies and I love them all. There's just some that do good and some that it's just maybe not my cup of tea.
But she's like stylish enough that you go see her.
Well, her other thing, I've only ever seen Saltburn, and that was like kind of different, kind of interesting. And this one I didn't hate, but I would be curious to see another one. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it for us here at Popcorn Study Club. Please join us next week for another movie, and please follow, subscribe, give us some support. Oh yeah,
Yeah, bark at us.
bark at our comments.
Bark, bark, bark. I want to see some barks in the comments. Or woofs.
Some woofs, some barks, some
Auga.
augas in the comments. We really appreciate it, guys.